This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
I feel like we should get into it. And I feel like we should bring the intro back.
What intro? The Royal We?
Just some sort of something. We should have something.
I agree. I've never been against the intro.
Why did we stop doing it?
You're always against the intro.
Am I always been against?
You've never liked it. You do it, you say we need one, and then a little while later you say I don't like
Well,
that.
listen, this is going to mark it. We're starting back. Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. We're a podcast. You know that because you're listening. That's the problem with the intro, is it's strange.
Well, you just do too much. I think that's it. You're overthinking. Just go, hey, welcome back
You
to
do
the
the
Royal
intro.
We.
No, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate. And that's it, man. You just roll with it from there. You don't have to go with a bunch of gobbledygook. People know what it is.
All right, man. Well, I was thinking about this. Mm-hmm. You know the movie Highlander?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it, but I understand the concept.
Uh-huh.
They're mortals.
Uh-huh.
And when one immortal kills another immortal, he gets his immortal power. And then it's like,
There
you
can
can
be
only
only
use
one.
But do they get stronger? They get strong. Like,
I thought you were the Highlander guy. I thought you knew more about Highlander than me. I thought that was my...
have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Well, then no, because I have not.
But you talk about it, or your parents are big into Highlander.
My parents love Highlander, which is a funny thing to be into.
So you've gleaned some Highlander knowledge from your parents.
Here's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
Back in like the early days of yore, like back when primitive technology,
Back in the salad days.
the salad days of the Highlanders, you don't know what's going on, right? There's probably lots of more Highlanders because less of them have been killed. People aren't making new Highlanders. That's kind of the idea, right?
I guess.
You got to jump off some cliff in Scotland.
Dude, I have no idea. You could say anything. I don't know how
know either.
Highlanders are made. I don't know how they're killed. I think they have to be beheaded.
I know that's how they have to be killed. They have to be beheaded, right?
Yeah.
Because they have sword battles. Mm-hmm. Right, that's a thing. And when they get the quickening, when they behead the other one, he like, nah, and lightning strikes him, which I think is great. But,
Yeah.
so my point is...
It'd be funny if there's a whole group of people somewhere who got fatter and fatter, and then when they killed another fat person, something happened called the shortening. And they all sang, we like bread and butter, I like toast and jam.
I will stretch. The
Anyway.
shortening.
The shortening, like shortbread.
But the idea is, this all was happening from, like the Highlander movie came out, in the 90s?
I thought before that, man.
80s, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, what's his face? Connery's in one of them. Mm-hmm. But we live in 2017. We got technology. There should be a Highlander app.
No.
Like a Tinder app.
To find and locate other Highlanders?
They're always trying to find each other.
But not for good. They're looking at each other to finding. Isn't one always being hunted? I thought the point was they did their thing, but if they were into each other, they had to fight to the death. Once again, I have no idea.
They have to. Because I think the idea is, it's like the movie The One with Jet Li. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Where, like, in many different universes, there's one Jet Li who's coming to everyone's universe to kill the Jet Li in that universe.
Uh-huh.
And when that happens, the power balances out between all the other Jet Lis that are left.
Uh-huh.
So then, slowly, this one Jet Li who's not even, like, party to this idea is, like, getting real powerful, I guess. And he's like, well, I think there would be only one. And they Jet Li each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe I haven't seen that movie.
That movie's pretty great.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it's called. I think it's called The One. Because there's
It
only
is.
one left.
It is.
It's very Highlander-y.
Yeah.
The idea would be you want
So you want a Highlander app. You would think there should be an app for Highlanders.
Yes.
It could be called the Only One app, mobile app. The Only One mobile app.
Right? And this makes me think this makes me think of one of the headlines that I've pulled up.
Okay.
This came from no one. I know, usually I try to do the segue. It's a little bit easier than,
Ooh, I got something.
I thought of it.
Bing.
This is a headline that I pulled up myself. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you can send it to us at Royal WeCast, that's Twitter, or royalwecast@gmail.com. But here's one I found myself. This is, man creates his own Tinder app, where he's the only guy available.
Okay.
So anytime you recognize as a woman, anytime you sign up as a dude, it deletes your profile. And it only lets women sign up. And the only person they can match with is him.
So, well, I mean, okay, so it either just works or it doesn't. Basically, it's just taking all the nonsense out. But apparently they'd be like, okay, either they're like, I like that guy or I don't like that guy. Say they're like, okay, I don't like that guy. Swipe left.
And there's no one left.
Be like,
But you gotta put some decoys. Like, I love murdering puppies.
yeah,
And I'm really
real
into
ugly,
math.
like real weird, like one chromosome off looking motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah.
Some fucking numbskull Cro-Mag guys.
I'm just looking to find someone to behead. Because there can be only one.
Okay. Two different apps.
Two different apps. Yeah, you're right.
I was like, why is this guy? Why
Are there
you
female Highlanders?
Why are you someone cutting heads off?
Are there girl Highlanders? And do you
don't know.
know if you're a Highlander?
I think you probably feel it.
when you don't age.
Yeah. And you also, you talk like that guy from the movie.
Did he talk like this?
He had a strange way of talking.
Didn't Queen do the Queen did the
Soundtrack?
yeah.
Sure.
Here we are,
Highlanders.
born to be kings, with princes of the universe. Well, anyway, this guy, he made
How
his
do
own.
you know that? And you don't know the plot.
I've never seen the movie.
But you've heard the Queen soundtrack.
I like Queen. And I like Highlander.
Touche.
I know Sean Connery's in it. I know you got to jump off a cliff.
The guy who was Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movies was the main dude.
He's Highlander. He's
I keep
Highlander.
wanting to say Martin Landau, but that's clearly not it.
He's Mark Highlander.
Mark Highlander.
Well, this guy, he made his own app. So that specifically, I feel like if I was, how are you getting women to sign up for this?
Well, you just put it. You don't put the, hey, here's an app with one dude in it. You say, best new dating app there is. Are you tired of all the other dating apps? And you try this dating app. Number one, voted number one by Number One magazine. And then some people go, oh, neat. And then you sign up and you're like, oh, it's just that one fucker. So that's,
right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
What if you sign up and you're a lesbian? It must be like,
Yeah, well, it's just not working for you.
right?
Or him, nobody. Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of women on the app, but I mean, that's, I guess.
But if it's just showing him, it doesn't matter who's on there.
yeah, it's against the idea of his app.
Right. That
He has
just, seems
too
like that just seems like a goof that the guy did, because clearly,
The man has too much power. He has too much power.
maybe we should state that we've not done this in a bit.
Oh, you're back from America. Mm-hmm. That's the problem with the intro, man. Is I was like, let's just get into this, right?
Yeah.
And then I just wanted to do like a podcast. I wasn't in the right headspace.
Okay.
Let's start over.
Okay.
Don't start over. Let's just leave
No,
this
I'm not
all
going
in
to start
there.
over.
You said okay. No, fuck you. You're back from America.
Uh-huh.
You last time we recorded, you were here in Taiwan.
Yeah.
You spent like a month in America.
Yeah.
And we did that like 3-hour power session trying to record it all. And now you're back.
Mm-hmm. I'm back!
How was America?
It was there still.
Oh, you brought me a gift.
I did. You said bring the most quintessential American thing I could find.
And you did.
I waited until the night before I left to even look.
Let me see it. Put it in my hands.
It's in a bag.
I'm going to feel it and try to guess.
Okay.
Now, I've already kind of felt it a little bit.
Don't look at it.
I can see it through the bag?
Probably, yeah.
It
Or
feels like
either just open it and do it. Just
but I want to feel it and guess.
okay.
It feels like an animal. It's not a toy animal. It really feels like a toy animal. I feel his feet. It's not a toy animal?
I would think of something you would set at.
Will I be able to break it if I try?
Shouldn't be able to.
Will I accidentally break this thing?
Just open it.
All right, okay. Well, it is an animal.
I know, you got it and I lied.
It's just a little pig.
It's a pig, but there's something special about it. Examine that pig and see if you can notice what's special about
It says Mojo, the fun starts here, which I don't get.
You will.
Well, it's... Wait a minute, it's got a dick and...
Yeah!
Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's got
5, 6, 7,
teats
8.
and a donker.
It's got 8 nipples and a dick.
And a vagina. Look where the scrotum is.
What's going on with this?
That's party pig, man. It's got something for everybody.
What?
It's quintessentially American. It's a party pig. It's a piece of pork everybody can fuck.
Why?
I think why not?
It does have
Yeah.
all...
It has all genders and all the best meats.
But why?
'Cause it's a party
What is this
pig.
for? Where did you get this?
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. Hobby. Yep, batch number 4. Hobby Lobby. Choking hazard.
Who's choking on that?
What's funny is this isn't the choking hazard. The fucking tag that says choking hazard is the choking hazard.
Remember talking about the sign that was the sign because it was a...
Yes.
Yep.
This is great.
Yep.
He's now the mascot, the official mascot of the Royal We.
Yep.
He's just like a little, what's that? Like vinyl? Not vinyl. Like
He's some kind of like a
little
rubber-
acrylic.
No, he's not acrylic. He's like some kind of rubber, dense rubber, but he's well painted. He looks pretty real.
Yeah, it's like a real little pig.
She. What are we going to call this fella? Pat.
Royal.
Royal.
The official Royal We pig. Thank you, Knight.
No problem. That'll look good up there next to all that Oriental stuff. I can't say Oriental
I
anymore.
tasked him with going to get something to bring back to like display in our home. Now we have a little toy pig. Little toy pig
with all organs.
with all the genitals.
It has all the genitals. That's why I bought it. I almost went with a little Native American.
How many genitals do they have?
How many genitals?
How many genitals?
Grendel Gendel.
How quickly?
That'd be a funny thing to say about somebody. So how was that? I heard you hooked up with so-and-so. Oh, man. 2 words. Grendel Gendels. What's that mean?
How quickly into
Fucking carnival breath, man.
How much did you inspect that? Like, you bought it because you immediately noticed it had double genders?
I mean, if you're going to pick up an animal and look at its belly, you're going to look at its donker region.
I mean, I did too.
Right. You immediately, you rolled it over and went, wait a minute. It's got a lot going on.
Wait a sec. Wait a tick.
Yeah, I told my buddy's kid, that's what he asked, why'd I buy that? And I said, because it looks like a party, as a joke, because I had genders for everybody.
Did you tell him that?
No, because I said that and immediately started laughing at the fact that I told it to a 10-year-old.
Oh, no.
And I was like, well, you just go ask your dad.
I imagine you purchased this to, like, set somewhere to draw.
Who, right? Me?
Not you, specifically.
No, it was in a bin full of all kinds of other animals. I think you make, like, toy farms. Oh. There were horses and stuff, but none of them looked quite as good as that. That was a good-looking pig. And I almost got this little thing of tiny little people that were like, less than a centimeter tall. Tiny.
For like train sets?
And there was like a dozen of them, but they were the same price as that pig. And I was like, plastic speaking, there should be about 100 of these little guys in that pig. Mm. But I got off on a great deal because I thought that thing was $6. And I was like, man, I'm paying $6 for this. And I was like, fuck it. I need something. So I bought it, and then it ended up only being $3. And I felt it was pretty great. And the lady was just like, that's all I purchased. And it was closing time. They were waiting to go home. I went, awesome. I saved $3. And she's like, I was like, I came in here today expecting to spend $6 on a pig, and I spent $3 on a pig. So thanks.
She's like, okay.
Yeah, she started laughing and said, thanks. I needed that. And I said, I needed this. And took my pig and left. America forever.
What I mean, someone designed this for I feel like the purpose is either to set up maybe for train sets.
It's maybe for a train set. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Or maybe because you can see the lighting on it. Maybe it's to draw. Maybe you paint that.
It could be to draw.
You set it up somewhere and you paint it.
You could use it for that,
right? Which makes me think. There are things that people design. Mm-hmm. This is something I was thinking about the other day.
Maybe that's why it has all the different things going on. So if you need to draw any of them, you got a reference,
right? But you don't have a reference for if it didn't have that.
I bet it's easier to let the mind do nothing than it is to make it create something.
Quote the Nathan.
When you're drawing genitals.
Listen here, folks.
Nathan Carter teaches drawing masterclass. When drawing genitals, it's easier to let the mind
do nothing.
Oh, do nothing. I thought you were just telling me not to do anything. I'm like, why? I thought we were doing a bit. When drawing genitals, it's easier.
What is this, like a Orson
Welles? The genitals.
You gonna do something? When drawing genitals.
When drawing genitals, it's easier to let the mind do nothing than to imagine something.
What show? We typed into YouTube Orson Welles clips, and it was like the producer, the critic. The critic. They were hard. They love some
on
Orson Welles. It seemed like every episode they were taking a dig at him.
They're good right out of the box. Eating fish sticks out of the box.
But I was gonna say, this was designed with something, and I was thinking about this the other day. Something like, there's all these things that we interact with on a daily basis. There's all these things that we just like use and interact with, and we never even consider the design of it,
Consider the goddamn lilies, man.
Well, what I mean is, like, if you like our toothbrushes.
Yeah.
If your toothbrush was a lot, like, just a little bit longer, the handle was like an inch longer. It was an inch longer. If it was an inch longer. I don't know why. If it was an inch longer, it would, like, you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, every toothbrush is basically the same.
Have you ever got one that's a little too short?
No.
I have.
I think it'd be funny if it was way too long. If it was double length.
And you've got it like a whole arm's length from your face, like, fucking, that's not under. It comes out and you just it's always hitting like the fucking mirror and stuff.
Well, imagine it sitting in that cup next to the mirror. We were like, what the fuck? Where'd you get this?
We had a kid who was rabid.
A wizard. Oh, no.
Why a wizard? Why's a wizard need a long toothbrush? Why do you got to get it a wizard? What's a wizard doing? No. You can't get close enough to brush his teeth.
He cursed you. Like a gypsy lady. Like, she farted, and you, like, made fun of her fart. So then she's like, well, your toothbrushes will always be too long. Longer. You're like, what? I mean, you got off pretty scot-free. I mean, if a gypsy lady did that, like, fuck you.
Just made your toothbrush longer and longer?
Right.
Well, if it was everyone you ever used, so, like, you just always end up with stinky breath.
Why? What? It's not going to stop you from brushing your teeth.
If you always the closer you tried to get to the top to brush your teeth, the longer your toothbrush would get. I can't ever. You can never.
This is what's on your Tinder profile. I got one thing.
Yeah, listen. There's one thing. I'm just gonna put it out there. Listen, a perfect normal guy looking for a stable. Looking for a relationship.
I'm a Highlander, first of all.
Okay, two things.
That's important to me.
Are you? If we're
That's not a negative.
If you're on the Highlander app, are we on the Highlander dating app?
Yeah, we're on the Highlander dating app.
That has to be the most self-centered group of assholes there ever has been.
Why are you even mentioning the toothbrush thing on the Highlander app?
Yeah, you've got the whole things. You guys going around thinking you're the only one. You're the only one. Dude, the door swings both ways in a relationship, Highlanders.
My toothbrush is too long.
Listen, I'll never date another Highlander.
He got off so many dudes' heads.
Yeah.
We were just going to IKEA.
Fucking...
His toothbrush was so long.
His long-ass toothbrush. You didn't even put that on the profile. It's like, what's with the toothbrush? He's like, entire other story. He was an Inuit, apparently.
That has nothing to do...
Leave my toothbrush out of this. Fucking weird Highlander.
What's an Eskimo Highlander?
He kind of talks like I don't know, the guy who plays the Highlander has a strange accent, and I can't think of his name.
I don't think he does.
He does. He says things like, hello.
He's not fucking Igor.
Egad.
Egad. Wow. I am the Highlander.
I gotta look up his name.
People will believe anything, man.
What?
I don't know where that came from.
1986.
Oh, shit.
Christopher Lambert.
Okay.
Guy's got a weird voice.
Christopher Lambert. He talks like this.
I mean, I don't know. Something like that.
I am the Highlander.
No!
That's what you were doing.
I am the Highlander. I am the gatekeeper.
Well, I'm gonna cut your head off.
It sounds like Casey Kasem doing a voice.
I mean, I basically am.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem. We started talking about this last night. To reset. Should we have like a... like in the Ricky Gervais podcast,
We've got a little noise.
we should just reset sometimes in the middle of episodes. I think sometimes it's worth
It should be a cat. It should be an old till going cha-ching gang.
Why that?
Why anything?
But if it was
We're
different,
just all on a fucking dust ball flying through space, man.
what if it was different every time?
Okay, you're like, what was that? And like, oh, I think they reset.
Boy, well, that would be that would be besides the point.
What do you yell when you win marbles? Do you yell marble?
I never played marbles. I would just go, yeah, good 'em. Good 'em.
You don't think there's a phrase you yell when you win marbles?
What is the phrase do you win when you win soccer? I would just go, yeah, I won.
You go.
Okay, what if you win basketball?
Basketball! No. Yeah, true. You just go, yeah.
Yeah,
but that's not like a board game. Like when you win, you yell Yahtzee or you yell fucking Monopoly or something.
When you play Monopoly and you win, you go, Monopoly!
Aren't you supposed to? I don't know. I haven't played Monopoly in years. I banned it from my life.
You banned it? Yes. You have a strict no Monopoly rule?
No, I've not played Monopoly in 20 years.
I remember one of the weirdest things you ever told me. And it's funny because as far as weird things you've told me, it's low on that list. Mm-hmm. But now that I know you, it's high on... It's like, I think it's probably number 2 weirdest things you told me.
Huh.
Well, you and your friend... Who would think? When you and your friends would get together and you drink beers and play chess.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so weird to me. Like, thinking about what you guys would do and knowing that you guys would all get together and drink beer. Like, beers and chess don't go together, first of all.
I think it does. I mean, what better way to end a chess game than with a good fight? No, we never fought. Well, the thing was, we were going to get together and drink beer anyway.
Yeah.
So after a while, it's like, well, let's do something while we drink beer.
Play chess.
And I had like 2 chess sets, and there was like a bunch of us. So we just we basically learned how to play chess and drank and played chess. I had a normal chessboard and a Simpsons themed chess set.
Which one did you prefer?
I kind of preferred the other one because the Simpsons ones, for some reason, I know it was the same thing, but I couldn't. It would bother me. There were like so many Barts.
Bart was the pawn?
I don't know who was the pawn.
I mean, Homer's clearly the king. Marge is clearly the queen.
Yeah, Bart was maybe a rook.
I'd probably put like Santa's little helper as like the knight.
Yeah, and I'm thinking both sides were different. Maybe one side was like Mr. Burns.
Oh, so like Smithers was the...
I think that one, he was like... I'm thinking, I may be wrong, but it seems like they were different.
So then you got like Lenny and Carl. I mean, who's your pawn then? I mean, I don't know who the pawn would be on the Homer side.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been forever ago.
Maggie?
What's funny is... after we quit drinking and playing chess, I played chess like 2 times since then.
I have a board. It says chess checker because I got it here in Taiwan. It's an idea. An interesting idea is take an IP, take Star Wars, and think of the chess. Oh, that's easy though. Darth Vader, the Emperor,
right.
Stormtroopers, the pawns.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, that's easy. Well, think of something different. Think of like
Ninja Turtles. That's
Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
you got Rick. You got Morty.
We'd have Meeseeks.
Meeseeks as the pawns.
Yeah, that'd be great. That fits.
Yeah. Okay,
You'd have Gazorp.
oh shit.
They would have to be something. The Knights, maybe.
Oh, bets.
All those big-headed guys.
Or how about this makes me think of, okay, remember the episode where they talk about there's gerbils that live in people's butts?
The episode.
Oh, they did like the clip show of Rick and Morty, and there was like a whole world of or maybe they went to a different world, and the whole world there was just people who lived in the butt. There was gerbils that lived in the butts of people, but the main. Now we're just explaining Rick and Morty things. But we were talking the other day about how if you fuck something up or you do something, it becomes your legacy. Like David Carradine died. Wow, I'm going on a fucking rant right now.
No, this is good.
Bear with me, folks. It's coming around. David Carradine died because he autoerotically asphyxiated himself.
Yeah.
Which, for those folks who don't know, it's when you jerk off but you choke yourself with a belt or something.
Yeah.
So when you come...
It's the lack of oxygen makes orgasm more intense.
What a cruel trick of fate.
But I guess the thing is, just get a fucking buddy in there. Get a partner.
David Carradine can hire someone to choke him.
That's what I don't understand. Autoerotic asphyxiation is a lonely man's game. You just get somebody in there and say, fucking choke me.
Well, I would choke me if I asked her to.
Well, girls they do it all the time. Fucking choke me. And that's the whole point.
Is that the point?
Yeah. Usually. I mean, they could have something else going on, but that's usually the point.
Right. And you're another person. You let go if they're about to die.
Yeah, you can keep an eye on them.
But my point is...
every time things go out of hand...
You know David Carradine died that way. Which also is one of the worst ways to die, because someone's going to find you. Yeah. They know what you were doing.
You go in, you're like, oh, shit.
Right.
Hey, man, come on. Come on, Dave. Fucking hell.
Mr. Carradine, you're needed on set.
No, he's not in any movies anymore where they're calling him Mr. anymore. It's Dave. You wanted this. Get your ass out here. And they go in. Oh, you think he didn't die in the I said chowder.
He died in the chowder?
Dude died in the chowder.
Dude, that's a fucking jerking off in chowder as a whole.
That's another way.
He's just jerking off in chowder.
He just died in the chowder.
Listen, man, I'm David Carradine, and I jerk off in chowder. I've no idea how to do a David Carradine
That's not what I meant.
impression.
I just meant, that's just a way to say. That means that he died in the thick of it. And that's the way he wanted to go. He died, at least when he died in the chowder.
What was my point? Oh, we talked about Richard Gere having a gerbil in his ass.
Yeah, there's a local weatherman from where I'm from who's, as long as I've been there, they've always just said that guy's had, like on every level, they've been like, somehow if this guy because it's a small town, the guy went to the hospital with a gerbil in his ass, and, of course it got leaked. You said it wasn't a thing.
It's not a thing. I'm willing to bet 100,000%.
Of what?
Of
just the number?
I'm willing to bet.
I'm willing to bet astronomical numbers.
How are we going to prove it? I guess try to find it on the internet. Try to find a video of someone doing it on the internet. All right, man. Listen, I'm going to go down that fucking deep dive right now.
Okay.
You're just going to have to edit all around this.
We'll do it.
All right? You have to find it too.
It won't take you long. I'll bet 100 million bunches of nonsense.
I'll bet you 20 podcast bucks.
Yeah.
Well, let's put a clear, concise. Here's what this is about.
Okay.
Richard Gere is rumored to be into getting gerbils put in his butt because it feels good. My stance is...
It's also because they say that he's a closeted homosexual. And he's just like, no, I'm not. But apparently it's one of those things in Hollywood that's like, yeah, everybody knows. Everybody in Hollywood knows.
So that means he puts gerbils in his butt?
Yeah, everybody knows.
First of all, think about that realistically. Gerbils are pretty big.
You put a tube in your butt first. You don't put the
I know you put a tube, and then it'll crawl in there.
You put it in, it crawls in there, and then it scratches around and...
What? Why would that feel good?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay, folks, bear with us. We're gonna have to do here's where the Cha-ching comes in, because I'm gonna pause this recording. Okay. We're gonna look it up. All right, so we did some deep digging.
It's been 6 hours.
We had our best men. We had our monkeys typing away in typewriters.
Top men.
All right. Now, we haven't talked to each other.
No.
We just did an internet dig. And I say what we do is on 3, we both just say whether it's true or false.
There's not a third option?
You have a third option?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
we'll do true. Let's do true or false.
No. We don't have to say true or false. We can say whatever we want on 3. When I count to 3, you say whatever you want. 1, 2, 3. There's
allegedly.
No documented proof.
Yeah, you're right. I said allegedly. Apparently, there's a porn video where a girl puts one up her vagina, though.
Yeah, I saw that in my proof as well.
In my
foundings. But there hasn't been anyone has ever said they've done it. There's lots of people who talk about different ways that you would do it. Like, you give the hamster or gerbil laughing gas and stuff. You put it in a bag.
You cover it in psychoactive substances such as cocaine prior to being inserted to both initiate a frenzy with the animal and also I mean, you get some cocaine up your butt.
There are so many better things you can do. Because apparently...
But you think this is one of those things it's just gone out crazy? Someone at this point, though, has tried it. Because they thought it was a thing. Because it's been going around since the fucking 80s.
And they didn't film it, I guess.
No one filmed it. But they're just like, that's a thing, let's try that.
I don't want to... I mean, I know I don't want, but maybe someone else does.
My thing is, there's no proof of it happening, but I guarantee you somewhere in this fucking big wide world we live in, full of Looney Tunes, somebody's done it, based on thinking it's real, if nothing else. They would have thought just like we thought before this.
I never thought it was real.
But see, my thing is, why not? To me, of all the things that I've seen in this world,
why not?
That seems...
You think anyone's put a snake on their ass?
Yeah.
You think every kind of animal that's small enough to be up there has been up someone's butt?
Yep. There's somebody somewhere that's just all day just trying new shit.
Why put animals in butts?
Why do people cut people's heads off and fuck their neck holes and stuff? People are fucked.
People do this?
Yes. Within like cartels and stuff. Yeah.
Fucking neck holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took a dark turn.
It did take I'm sorry, folks. I'm saying if people are doing that, someone's put a gerbil up their butt. Let a snake crawl. We had that one before where somebody letting a praying mantis tickle your dick.
Fucking hell. But my heart goes out to Richard Gere.
Heart goes out. Yeah.
Because
if he didn't do that, then no one deserves that.
And what a rumor to be spread.
Well, that's like whenever I was joking, and the guy I work with, this is when I used forever ago, the job I once had, a man that I work with, I told this story about how it would be funny to be in high school, and I said, people start rumors about people, like when you're in middle school or something, to be like, fucking Jimmy pooped his pants or something. Okay. And it would be like, oh man, and like he never pooped his pants, but the rumor gets going. And someone's like, shit, like I always said I pooped my pants, and never pooped his pants. And somebody remembers for the rest of their lives, be like, yeah, I remember they said he pooped his pants. Never happened. But what if you started with a more hardcore thing, and be like, oh man, I caught him jerking off the monkey tits. Be like, what? Like, yeah, he invited me to come to his house, and I came in, and like his mom was like, yeah, he's up in his room going up.
I put hit M on his fucking browser, and monkey tits.
His mom was like, yeah, he's upstairs going up, and I opened up I went into his room, and he was there fucking jerking off the monkey tits on the TV, and he told everybody that, and that started a rumor. I remember saying that, and my buddy was like, what kind of school did you go to? It's like, no, nobody ever did that, but I'm saying, but that's the type of way things get started. But eventually down the line, some horny little boy probably thought, wait, you can jerk off the monkey tits?
And did it.
And then did it, based on the fact that someone just made some shit up about a guy who once jerked off the monkey tits.
But you would have to jerk off to something, you have to find it tantalizing. And just because someone told a story that someone else found it tantalizing doesn't mean this individual does.
True, unless that fired off something in their head. You know what I mean? Like someone's I never thought of that before.
Thinking about rumors, I remember there was just some poor girl, and I have no confirmation whether this is true or not, but apparently someone penetrated her with a pool cue. And what proof do I have that that's a thing? But, 10 years from now?
Voluntarily?
From what I understand.
Yeah.
10 years from now, I'm still thinking about it.
Why? If the same way I went to high school and there was a girl.
I'm still thinking about it.
I'm still thinking about it. They said
it's in my head.
Said that a guy had an 8-ball gear shifter in his Jeep, and it was always rumored that she straddled and fucked that 8-ball gear shifter, and everybody's like, what? No proof that ever happened.
Right?
And
somebody should just said it.
Pause for edit.
Cha-ching. This is going to be full of stupid ka-chings.
Yeah. What's
really funny is Nate has been gone for 3 weeks, a little more than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And in that time, I have... the goof grease is just built. And Nate and I were just swapping stories where we would try to tell some poor third party a story that he knew I would enjoy or I knew he would enjoy. And then just being like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah. Because like I said, all my friends have amazing senses of humor, but they're all a little different. And where I've been hanging around with you on a daily basis for a year, it took me a bit to drop into different... Right. Like, because a lot of times we'll look at something and be like, that's funny because... Imagine if that was like a space potato. And we'd be like, oh, space potato. It made no sense.
The content that you're getting on this podcast has been edited for taste. Like, if we just put out specifically what we thought was funny, well, which we basically do already, but like...
It's just a mashed shit.
Just a mashed shit.
That should be the thing. That should be the tagline for our podcast. The Royal We. Just a mashed shit.
Holy shit.
Mashed?
Let me talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay. I mashed the shit.
While Nate was in America, he sent me a message. This is the elephant. We've been dying to talk about this, and I can't believe it's taken us so long into the podcast to even mention it. A couple episodes ago, we went on a Kenny Rogers.
Ooh, I know what it is. I was thinking, look at me. Like my feet are kicking like a little kid.
We went on a Kenny Rogers deep dive where I had never heard the song The Gambler and everything was The Gambler.
It was The Gambler. On the way back home, man, when I was going back to America, that whole plane ride, I had Kenny Rogers The Gambler still stuck in my head, and I thought, I'm going to have a seizure. Yeah, I mean, in my head, I'm just looking at the window and be like, oh,
a long international flight.
I always thought how it'd be. I actually had fantasies in my head about meeting Kenny Rogers on a plane and being able to just. He's dead, right?
I'll Google it.
I'm pretty sure. But it would be like, I was like, if I meet him on the plane, I'm just going to start fucking Snapchatting with him in the background and start singing that song.
I immediately went to images that was going to tell me.
It's not going to be a picture of his corpse.
He's still, no, it's not going to, he's still alive. As far
Proof. Kenny Rogers' corpse.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's 78.
Awesome. Keep it kicking, Kenny.
But Kenny Rogers. So you were going to America and you're Googling Kenny Rogers. You're just talking about Kenny Rogers. And he has a restaurant.
That I've found looking up stuff about Kenny Rogers. Well, I think I looked up to see whether or not he was dead, but before I even noticed that he was dead, I noticed that he had a fucking chain of restaurants
called Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
And you're like, shit, they're only in California. But then you zoom that map out.
Yeah. Because it took my location, because I looked in America, and it said the closest one to you is in California. It's like, there's only one in the country? It's like, shit.
When you zoom that map out, you found...
There were dozens of them in Asia.
There's so many in Asia.
And I was like, why? The questions. So that's what we're going to do. If we're going to have to plan our next trip out of the country to a country that has a Kenny Rogers roaster.
And we should specifically do a podcast in a Kenny Rogers roaster.
We should go and just set it up. And when they try to kick us out, we say, we don't know how we can't speak the language.
We can't speak the language.
We're going to keep eating up these roasters.
They can't kick us out.
Order another round. That country lemonade. Fuck that all up.
If you in California did that, they would kind of get what you're doing. Okay, yeah, Kenny Rogers is a gambler. But if you went to Asia and ordered in the cadence of the gambler, they're going to go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Who's Kenny Rogers? What are you talking about?
Singing this?
The Kenny Rogers might as well be fucking Colonel Sanders to people in Asia.
They don't know he's a real man, I bet.
Colonel Sanders to people don't know he's a real man.
Yeah.
People don't know.
Now he's gold-plated.
Yes.
They've gold-plated him for some reason. What's happened?
Well, Sanders? The Colonel?
To the Colonel. What have they done to the man?
What have they done?
Here's another story. No idea if it was true, but I once knew somebody.
Well, here's some bullshit, folks.
Well, here's some nonsense, take it or leave it. That I once knew someone whose dad or grandpa or something apparently was friends with the Colonel and said he used to get really drunk at Southern parties. I don't know what that means. In my head, I imagine he gets really drunk at formal balls in the South on mint juleps, and he kept getting in trouble for grab-assing at balls. Wasn't balls. All they said was parties. I've added all this other. Said he used to get really drunk at parties and start grab-assing women, and they would always have to get onto him.
Really?
Yeah.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. Once again, total hearsay. I have no idea if that's true.
You could pick some people and just say, like, my grandma knows that person. And
exactly.
My grandma says,
I agree.
Let me think.
I'm just, when I get old, if some children are ever around me unsupervised.
I know Will Smith.
That makes more sense. They probably know who that is other than Kenny Rogers. I was going to say I knew Kenny Rogers.
Why are they going to be referencing Kenny Rogers? What else would they know Kenny Rogers?
Why would I reference the fucking Colonel Sanders?
I would reference Will Smith, to be honest.
Yeah.
Holy shit, the funniest thing ever happened the other day. One Ting and I were walking around. She doesn't care about the story. We were walking around in this like super small town in Taiwan, and there was a guy making metal tools.
With a hammer?
With a hammer. And
How did you get that one?
What's that?
How did he get the first one? What came first, the blacksmith or the hammer?
Right. Oh, shit.
That's what you should have asked him. It'd be great if he said Kenny Rogers came by.
No, I mean...
That's why there's so many Kenny Rogers roasters in Asia that's homage to him. Kenny Rogers invented fireworks.
Kenny Rogers is Asia.
Kenny Rogers is God.
We can't do another Kenny Rogers episode.
We're doing it. Cha-ching. Oh my god.
Okay. So we were in this small town in somewhere in Taiwan, like Pingxi or something. And we saw a guy making stuff with like a hammer and like putting it in fire and stuff.
Right.
And one thing said,
Smithing.
look, a Will Smith.
No way.
She did. I swear to you, she said that.
Because there's that joke or that thing is like, how much if Will
Smith could Smith?
Yeah. How much would Will Smith if Will Smith could with Smith? Fuck.
I don't know.
It's a thing.
But she said that. And I went, you mean a blacksmith? And she went, yeah.
Look, a Will Smith. That's funny.
It is super funny.
Like that's one of those things that's funny but it's funny on a level that doesn't even evoke a laugh. You're just like, that's funny.
When she said it, I didn't laugh. I just went, I can't even believe you said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's just crossed wires. I mean, blacksmith, Will Smith. Will Smith is a black man. You know, she's probably familiar with his movies. I mean,
Man, you ain't got to explain it to me.
hey, it's just for the slower folks out there at home. Kenny Rogers.
Roasters.
But we're gonna go because you have to take these visa runs because you can't legally stay in Taiwan longer than 3 months at a time.
Right. As of right now, I cannot.
You cannot.
Cannot.
Right?
So you just tell the government that. They're listening, man.
But, I mean, you're not doing anything illegal.
No,
By
actually-
the rules they've set up, you keep leaving every 3 months or whatever.
Yeah. And actually, it's for their benefit because I'm just stimulating the economy.
Right, yeah.
I
doing
make
anything.
American dollars and I spend them in Taiwan.
That's right. Right. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta find yourself a nice little Taiwanese boy. I won't.
Boy?
I don't know.
A boy of all things. Jesus.
I don't know. My brain was like, that'd be funny, or say boy. Make an honest man out of him.
Little boy.
They're about to legalize gay marriage.
But not children.
Yeah, right. You were in America.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of witches. Cha-ching.
you were telling me that it's possible to get married at Taco Bell.
It is. For what I consider to be too much.
It's cost,
It's cost. It is, Sam. It's cost. Yeah, it costs like $600.
but you get chalupas and stuff, right?
I think you get like a bunch of grande meals. I'm sure it's to pay for the paperwork.
Sure. And I mean, there's got to be a Taco Bell aficionado. El aficionado.
Well, no. Why would there be someone who just knows everything about Taco Bell? That's what an aficionado is.
Sure.
So it comes with one of those.
Of course.
So you're going to sit there and so it comes with a taco aficionado that tells you about all the Taco Bell menu items.
There's no Ronald McDonald of the Taco Bell world. There's got to be a taco aficionado.
What? But there can be a McDonald's aficionado.
But you wouldn't invite him. You would invite Ronald.
But there's nothing to say that Ronald McDonald is an actual aficionado
You
of
gotta invite
McDonald's.
a fucking Bell to your wedding? What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you're not making any sense. Dude, you're not making any sense. A bell?
Taco Bell!
What's that have to do with someone who knows everything about tacos? A fucking taco. You would invite a bell aficionado if you want to learn about bells.
There isn't a person. There isn't a...
Do you know what aficionado means?
Someone who knows, an expert.
Okay. So you invite a taco aficionado, or you just like it because it rhymes a little.
There isn't a Taco Bell doesn't have a... You would invite a chihuahua.
They don't have
I
a
guess?
mascot, is what you're saying.
Because if you're going to have a wedding, you need to have someone who represents the company.
Jesus Christ, fucking hell, you went in the longest fucking arc to get there. You went the longest way. You the fucking scenic route to that point. You could have said, hey, Taco Bell doesn't have a mascot, so I guess you would want to invite someone who knew everything about tacos. I would have went, okay, but instead you go, you invite that.
I wanted you to come with me.
I didn't. You sent me on my own journey.
Thank you for coming with me eventually.
Yeah. My blood pressure went up.
Fuck you.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Because you could still invite... Oh, God. Well, you'd be better off to have it at McDonald's, because you can have a mascot and an aficionado.
What I don't understand, who are these people who are so chuckle-fucky that they're getting married at Taco Bell's?
The same people get married in the drive-thru. Not of Taco Bell, but...
Hey, fuck it, this doesn't mean much to me.
Could you get married in the drive-thru at Taco Bell for $300 instead of $600? $600 seems like a lot of money to...
Pull up to the next one and get annulled.
That cracked me up more than it should have. Yeah, but apparently if you can do that... Cha-ching.
Here's another headline that I found myself. Streets should not be named after local heroes in case they are pedophiles, council's told. So you got a guy, your local hero, he's the guy who does the local stuff. You shouldn't name things after him because he might be a pedophile.
So, has this happened? Or is this a thing where they did that for somebody and they're like, oh, he's a local hero? Talking about Rick and Morty, this is like that episode. Remember where the Mr. Jellybean tries to molest Morty in the bathroom when he comes down and he finds out he turns out to be the mayor of that town. Rick blows him up before they leave, so they erect that statue of him in remembrance. And then they come, they're like, with a box, and they're like, we found this in Mayor Jellybean's office. And they open it up and it's like Polaroids or something. And the guy's like, oh, like he's going to make him vomit. And he goes, burn it. He goes, he means more to the people as the memory of what he stood for than the man he actually was. So they burned that box of stuff, and even though he was a pedophile and God knows what else, they're like, he means more to the people for what he stood for.
Rick and Morty deep dives.
So you're saying that this is the same way, just people.
But I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, don't name things after people because people could maybe be bad. There's some bad people out there. Sometimes people are bad. Are they? I mean, did they have somebody in mind? Is that trying to point a finger? To me, that almost seems like they just recently named a street after somebody.
somebody and the mayor knows, or whoever it was, who said they can't do it? The council?
Council's told. Well, no. Maybe council's told. Someone said it to the council.
Oh, then somebody knows that dude's a pedophile. That's what that is.
But it just says streets should not be named after local heroes in case they are pedophiles.
That's what. Okay, but think about it. I guarantee you, if you look into that, something just came up where a guy they're considering naming a street after somebody who's a hero. Oh, this guy saved the day. We're naming a street after him. And then anonymously, it's like, you might not want to name streets after people because some of them might be fucked up.
Everyone's fucked up. Now, I'm going to say something.
But not diddle kids fucked up.
If you're someone, like, you're maybe who's the guy who, like, figured out how to get more phosphorus for...
Wait, okay, finish that.
You're the guy who figured out how to get more phosphorus...
In a match.
Phosphorus out of... like cat urine to make crops. I don't think you got a cat urine, cow urine or something to make crops more viable.
Okay.
You can reintroduce phosphorus into the soil.
You know, you could have said, once again, you could have said, hey, you're the guy that got more bang for your buck.
But people don't know specifically. I mean, this guy specifically is he's accounted for saving more lives than anyone's ever lost in any war ever in the entire history of humanity. Because
Okay.
he figured out a way to grow more crops to feed enough people. In the world. Turns out he diddles kids.
Okay.
Take that guy's statues down?
Ooh, probably.
Yeah?
If he openly is known to diddle kids.
No one's openly diddling kids. No one's like, this is what I'm about. I'm about two things.
No.
Science and diddling.
I'm about saving more humans than that have been lost in any war ever.
So I can diddle them.
And I like to diddle some kids.
I want to save more kids. I want to save more people.
So I can diddle them. I realize that my love for diddling has led me to increase the amount of people on Earth that I can diddle. Also, everybody goes, boo! And then they're like...
Wheeze in front of people?
Yeah, of course!
A boo to that. Boo.
Yeah, hey, boo! And then there's a...
Hey, no.
Hey, buddy! Boo! And then there's another... But then he goes, well, wait. I've also increased the lifespan of everybody on Earth by another 200 years. And they all go, yay! And then he goes, but just so I can diddle for longer. And they're like, no, boo! Buddy?
Who just kill you?
Who?
The diddler.
Boo. Who? Boo who?
The diddler.
What are you crying for?
Let's get out of here, man.
On a warm summer's evening.
The diddler. I mean, that's the game.
Yeah, the diddler. I met up with the diddler. He was too tired of diddling talk.
Okay. Let's get out of here.
Cha-ching.
This has been another episode of The Royal We. Thank you guys for listening and supporting us. I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his our intro song.
Intro/pathos off the album 151A.
Thank you. I also want to thank those of you who have been sending us headlines.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you want to send us a headline, and you should, that's at Royal WeCast on Twitter or royalwecast@gmail.com. We got a lot of stuff in the bag. We're working on stuff. Thank you guys for listening, subscribing, liking, tweeting.
Yep. See you soon.
That's we're out of here.
Yeah. We're coming to diddle you. Cha-ching.
Good night, Dad.